Good morning, YouTube. Unless you're watching this at night, in which case you should go to bed. Sleep schedules, they matter. And welcome to the Denver Zoo Rebrand. This is a project I did a couple of months ago while I was finishing up college. The project proposed that the old Denver Zoo logo has been outdated for a couple hundred years now, and I need to make the logo new and exciting again. The assignment asked me to make 3 logos, pick my favorite, and develop mock-ups for the branded applications of it. My initial thought was, sweet, 2 logos to screw around with and 1 logo to rule them all. Attempt 1. For my first logo, I had the idea to make an elephant out of other animals and make it colorful. It's a little hard to describe, so let's just skip to it. This is what I came out with. I thought to myself, wow, this looks really cool. It's a terrible logo, but it's an awesome piece of art. You see, logos need to be simple and easy to understand immediately, and this one is too detailed, and it takes a minute to figure it out. Attempt 2. My second logo was an attempt on sparing brand recognition. You see, when you change a logo, you risk your identity being unrecognizable. Sometimes the risk is worth it, but for this logo, I thought it would be a good idea to reuse the lion and repeat the same color scheme. This is what I came up with. This logo is kinda blocky and it's hard to read, so I trashed it. Attempt 3. At this point, I was done screwing around. I needed a good logo, and my "it must be 3 logos, Brandon" criteria could be met. I have no idea why I used that voice. My former teacher sounds nothing like that. Anyway, my third logo had to be the one. I found inspiration after I saw Mary Poppins Returns for the first time in the theater. Highly recommend to anyone who hasn't seen it, by the way, but I digress. There's a scene in the movie where the kids start playing with balloons, and it really clicked with me in my inner youth. I wanted my final logo to show an elephant giving a balloon to a child. The idea of it was very simple. It would make kids fantasize about going to the zoo, and it's also cute, family-friendly, cost-efficient, and marketable. And this is what I came out with. After I finished the logo, I had to make a bunch of branding mock-ups to help show what the zoo's new image would look like. With that said, it's story time. Once upon a time, when trying to think of fun family events to do over the weekend, Vladimir Borisovich Kuznetsov stumbled across a poster of the Denver Zoo and thought this would be perfect to take his daughter to. After visiting their website, he was convinced. While driving, they passed by a banner ad that made his daughter, Klavdia Industrievich Kuznetsov, get crazy excited. Then they finally arrived at the zoo. Vladimir got a nice picture of Klavdia next to the zoo's new mascot. After a long day of looking at animals, they stopped by the gift shop, where Klavdia got a stuffed giraffe, Vladimir got a snow globe, and his wife, Lyudmila Nadistevich Kuznetsov III, bought a t-shirt. And since this story advertises the zoo, the Kuznetsovs became billionaires and lived happily ever after. The Ivanovs, on the other hand, saw the same poster and didn't feel like going to the zoo, and then they died. But the brand applications continue from there. We have zookeeper outfits, cars, business cards, junk mail that can't spell your name correctly, and a zoo logo for every holiday. And if you need a design done, you should check out my website. Also, like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Brandon, out. I'm not nearly cool enough to say things like that.